Live from the Slackers Sports Bar Studios. This is In the Building with Mike Taylor and Rudy Jay.
Yes. For you 2% that watch us live, I'm sorry that we're late. My God. That's Whip Tuesday, boy.
It is?
Boy, is it ever.
What happened?
I have a legitimate question, and I don't know the answer to it.
Okay.
How do you get a driver's license in the state of Texas?
You have to pass the written test, and then you have to do the parallel stop sign.
You just went through this with your daughter, right?
Well, she hasn't
done it yet?
No. I remember when mine, I don't remember, like 10 years ago, something happened. I didn't pay a ticket. It was suspended for something. I had to go redo the test to get it.
Really?
Yeah.
So when I was a kid,
I don't remember, it was like 10, 12 years ago.
There was a state law that mandated you had to get driver's education. And that meant you find a place to take driver's ed.
Right.
And then you take your test and you sit in the car with a freaking trooper from DPS.
Something like that.
And you pass or fail. And you had the written one too. The written one preceded the driving test. Is that still the case? I really don't know.
Yes.
Okay, so you still have to go get you can't just show up and say, "Hey, man, I want to get a driver's license,"
No.
and they're like, "Sweet, here you go."
No, hell no.
All right, because it wouldn't shock me if that were the case. So you still have to take driver's education.
You still got to, you don't have to take driver's ed. Like once you're 18, as long as you pass the written and the driving, you can get it. But you have to pass that test. You don't have to go through the classes.
All right,
But if you do take driver's ed, you don't have to do a driving test at the DMV. You only have to do the written.
Oh, so you can get some slappy driver's
you can
education teacher
exactly.
just to sign off on it.
True,
And
but
then
you have to do
license.
the hours of driving
You got to
with
have some
driver's
hours
ed, though.
Well,
with the
okay.
stupid student
Yeah.
driving
Well,
car.
with that information
Exactly.
now in my arsenal,
You're back off a
let
bit.
me demand that the state of Texas bring back the fucking driving test.
What happened?
Because no one can drive. I've driven in this state since I was 15. I got a hardship license at 15 because my grandma got hurt and we needed to have. My grandmother broke her ankle in Oklahoma in a river because we were camping, and I had to drive home. So I'm going to get a hardship license so I can
You can
drive her
drive
to work.
around, right?
I have driven in this state for the better part of 40 years. It's worse than ever. And I guess maybe because there's more people than ever.
Now, is it the state or San Antonio?
That's a good question.
Because San Antonio,
That's a real good question.
After driving in Dallas for a lot of my life, and then driving here a lot of my life, I don't know if Dallas drives better. Dallas and Houston drive better, but they drive like they got to get somewhere.
I would
San
say
Antonio, we're not in a rush to get anywhere. So I don't know if we can't drive. We just don't drive fast.
Well, okay. And I don't just want to throw us under the bus.
No, I'm just saying I know the difference.
No, I see the difference. But here's the thing. See, I don't drive in Dallas every day or Houston. I used to live there, but it's been a long time.
Yeah.
I just drove to Fort Worth and back this weekend.
But you were on
and
281.
had
It was
no
easy.
issue.
Yeah, it was easy.
Easy breezy.
Right.
I don't know if it's us or just humanity in this state in general because we need to bring back the fucking driving test. And you're right about that. I think in Dallas and Houston,
They drive fast. I get
they're
nervous.
aggressive.
Yes, aggressive. That's the word.
here we're just stupid.
Ouch.
I'm sorry.
Are you throwing San
but we're
Antonio under the
stupid.
bus
Yes.
5 minutes in?
In general terms, our city is the dumbest fucking driving city I've ever driven in. I'm sorry I'm late. No one pays attention. No one signals. No one waiting. No one gets over when they clearly see a sign. Hey, in 3 miles, this lane ends.
Oh no, nobody,
no one gets
no
over.
one gives a shit about that.
No one uses a fucking blinker. Everyone pulls out in front of you. You know, on the when you get off the freeway and you're on an access road and some guy's like at a shopping strip, he'll pull out in front of you as
Sure.
you're going 70 on the fucking access road.
Sure.
And they'll pull out in front of you with 50 yards to spare.
Sure.
And I don't want to throw us under the bus because I don't drive in other cities that often. I am ass whipped this morning by drivers. We're dumber than ever. I'll say we're because it's my city. We are terrible at driving in this town. It is awful. And then you throw in the population boom. You throw in
Sure.
those fucking gangsters at TxDOT,
Sure.
and it just creates massive chaos. And I'm sorry I'm late. It's my fault. I take full responsibility. ... I should have left earlier. I had to take Nina to the airport this morning. No problem. The airport's kind of sort of in between where I live and DJLG Studios. It's like a little inverted
Easy,
triangle.
yeah.
We have to go from the north side down to the airport and then back to this side of the city.
Sure.
Make a little cone.
Sure.
Easy breezy. Left with plenty of time to spare. Had time to stop at the 7-Eleven and get a quick cup of Joe. No, that was an ill-fated decision because I should have known that 4 people are going to merge into me, 2 people are going to pull out in front of me, 2 fuckwads are going to get right on my ass and zoom around me.
Sure.
Or someone's going to be on their GD phone. So there it is. Texas dropped mandated driving tests with a trooper. Population has exploded. No one's got any effing sense to not put their fucking phone down when they're driving a 2-ton piece of steel going 80 miles an hour. And we're dumb. So those 4 things led to us being late. It's my fault, and I'm sorry.
Yes, you don't have to apologize. But did you leave with enough time?
Yes.
You're never late.
Never late because I know,
Ever.
okay, I'm about to take my life into my own hands here. And here's another problem. Half the motherfuckers in this city have no insurance.
That's not true, Mike.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Oh, my gosh.
Again, I preached yesterday about having the balls to self-reflect, to
Sure.
look within.
Sure.
Stop blaming Trump for all your problems and look within your fucking self, Democrats.
Sure.
What are y'all doing wrong to get your ass kicked by that guy? We need to self-reflect here in this city. We need to smarten it up and fucking put the phone down. There's a law that says you can't be on your phone, but it doesn't get enforced because we only got 32 cop cars on the city in a city of 2 million people.
My wife's gotten a phone ticket.
Wow, that's rare.
It was a long time ago. But
That's rare.
She's gotten a phone ticket.
I'm not shitting you. I've done this. I've done this as an experiment. I like sat in a store, or like every time like I've been in a restaurant that was on a corner of a busy road, and I just kind of look out and count the people that I see drive by with this, or their heads down. They're looking off they're driving with their left eye, and they got the right eye on the phone. That's
it's probably
attached to the
50%
dashboard.
of the accidents.
Sure, 50%.
Easy.
50.
Easy.
Yeah, and then throw in that we're stupid, and no one yields, no one uses a blinker, no one's got any insurance, no one's educated. I'm angry, and I'm not saying we're a dumbass city. We're a dumbass driving city. It's bullshit. And I don't think the state of Texas doesn't care. This is never going to. It's never. I'm preaching. I might as well be yelling at clouds because nothing's ever going to fix it. I just have to know that the odds of us all dying in a fucking car wreck are astronomically higher now than they've ever been at any times of our life.
I know
Knock on wood.
during my call center days,
Mm-hmm.
and I was getting to work 7, 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
The thing that bothered me more than the phone is Sharon doing her makeup while driving. Because I don't see that anymore because I'm not on the road at that time. But when Sharon's trying to get to work and she's trying to put her face on because she left a few minutes later, I'm like, Sharon, no one at the office gives a shit if you have on makeup or not. Just you're like, that's just as bad as a phone. Like you have the visor down, looking and doing your eyelashes. It's insane. But now I'll tell you this. I do think it's something about San Antonio because, perfect example, when I go to Dallas, sometimes it'll be so many of us, we'll have to take 2 cars. And my sister hates when I have to follow her because she's like, you drive so effing slow. What are you doing? Like she always loses me and she gets frustrated. So she makes her husband drive.
Or you drive at the speed limit, she's going 20 over.
They drive fast.
Well,
in
there
Dallas.
you go. Well, there you are.
They drive fast as shit.
See,
And
I
it's
don't
like,
drive. I don't speed.
I don't speed either.
I drive the limit. Now, but what you do get in this city often, and again, I don't drive it. I've driven in Houston, Dallas, Austin, but not every day. I drive.
Yeah.
So this, I don't want to label us too much. You also get the dipshit that goes under the limit that gets in the left-hand lane.
Oh, now that's unacceptable.
That happens here. That don't happen
A
in any
lot
other town.
here.
You do that shit in Houston, you're going to get shot.
Yeah, you're gonna run you off the road.
That's right. They're going to get up on your bumper and honk at you and flash their lights on your ass.
Why hasn't San Antonio adopted the HOV?
Tell me why we don't have a better bus system. Tell me why we don't have a fucking train. That
Why
you can
don't we have
catch
the
and-
HOV?
Tell me,
If
I don't know.
Where's
I
our
don't know.
HOV lane?
There's an HOV on I-10.
Oh, there is? Okay, my
out,
bad.
Out towards Bernie now.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
What a great
my
place to
bad.
put it, where
I
no
didn't-
one
my
lives.
bad, then I apologize.
So,
No,
all the rich people can come into town.
Right. Yeah, it's for the Dominion.
Yeah, exactly.
The Dominion has
Right.
an HOV lane. Yeah. They don't count. I'm talking about the rest of us.
I believe there's one on 281 now, too, going north
I didn't
and
know that.
south,
so
like
I
out
think-
by Stone Oak, by
There
the
is.
old station.
You're right. Yeah. So the Stone Oak people can have.
Yeah.
See? Hey, man, at Hot Wheels, we got no fucking HOV lane.
My mom says I don't drive the speed limit. I don't know about that, Mom. I thought I did.
I drive the limit, 5 over. I don't speed. I got kids, man. And I want to, and I like my life. That's the other thing.
I
It's
got
like
4 kids to feed.
people don't realize that this business here it dies.
Right.
This here, these skin and these bones and they're beating hard. It's going to stop, and you're gonna stop.
Right.
No one seems to know that you could die. People do things in cars every day that I see guys will drive past me in a car. I'm like, how is he still alive? And he won't be in 10 years. That person there is going to die in a car
Yeah.
wreck. You can tell. Motorcycle drivers are the worst too.
Oh.
We talked about that.
Now,
today.
being on the road
sorry
for
I'm late.
being on the road for 10 hours the last few days.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm
You took 35, didn't you?
Yeah, of course.
Ooh.
If I'm like, if I need to get over, if I have a place to get over, right,
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind it. You want to do 9,500, I will get over.
Same.
But you want to make me mad, tailgate me when I have nowhere to go.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're right here in front of me, and I'm and like the guy's on my ass, like, dude, we're all in the left lane. There's somebody in front of me. Why are you tailgating me? You don't see this car in front of me? That's when I get pissed.
Yeah.
Like, dude, there's nowhere I can go. I'm doing 85, 90.
Right. Another thing, everyone's so stressed out and full of anxiety in this evil world that we live in.
We do.
They take it
is
out on the
evil.
car. They take it out. It's funny. Louis C.K. had a great bit about road rage. Road rage is not because people don't get mad because you cut them off a little tiny bit. Accidents happen. Oh shit, dude. I'm sorry about that. But people take all their frustrations in their life out on rando in a car. You motherfucking piece of shit.
Right.
Because he barely, right. We can't, we're too pussy to tell our wife to fuck off. We're too pussy to tell our boss to leave us alone.
Right.
We're too pussy we get into internet fights all day, and we get in a car and some guy just does a little one thing wrong. You fucking piece of, hope you die in a fucking fire. Hope you get ass cancer, you pig. That's not about that guy. That's about you.
It's
'Cause
about
you're not
everything
happy.
else going on in your life.
And throw that into the mix, and it leads to mass chaos. This city. I moved here in 2007, and growing up in Dallas, the first thing I noticed about this city was, damn, ain't nobody in a hurry to get nowhere.
No.
So I got used to that. It's like a baseball player. Is the umpire going to call outside strikes tonight? That's fine. And that is it. And people are inconsistent.
Sure.
We're calling outside strikes. Cool. That's what we're doing. No problem. Just tell me that. Oh, we're gonna call a high strike tonight. Cool. No problem. That's fine. But what happens in this city is the umpires are not consistent. We get Angel Hernandez calling every game.
Right.
I never know what I'm getting into on this road.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry I'm late.
Well,
Mike Taylor,
my fault.
Jr., second base.
one thing I do not
Yes, Andre,
do.
the swear jar is full today.
Yeah,
I'm
Wayne,
sorry.
71,
My bad. I hope your kids aren't
999.
listening. What's up, Wayne? Thank you.
Drivers blocking intersections, that is an ass whip. If it isn't green, should be in the intersection.
That happens too.
Now,
pull
the one
way out the
yeah.
intersection and stop.
But the one thing I do not do in Texas, I do not road rage.
You get shot.
You people, Texas, everybody has a gun. You will get shot. I'm not going. If you cut me off, you just cut me off. I don't road rage because I'm not a gun person.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not running that risk. Nobody's getting out and fighting you. If you get out your car, a good chance you're gonna get shot, and a good chance you're gonna get away with it.
All right.
So no, don't road rage in Texas.
It's not a fix, but we need to regulate our driver's education schools more. We're not. I'm just saying we do. We need to, but we're
Right.
not. The state of Texas needs to take a better look at driver education schools because I see people just signing paper. Oh, you passed. Get out of my class.
Sure.
You know, and we need to bring back the driving test with a trooper, and you have to pass or you don't get a license.
I don't know if I want to do it with the
we
trooper.
need to have. I think we need to.
I'll take the nerd dude, Leo.
The nerd dude, Leo.
Yeah, I ain't doing. I don't want to do it. No,
Turn left, son.
I don't want to do it with the trooper. Anything in the trunk? Why are you asking me that?
No,
I'm
they don't
kidding. I
do
know, I'm
that.
kidding.
Well, they might. It depends on what town you're in.
Exactly.
Ass whip, man.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just needed a bitch for a minute.
How long your lady gonna be gone? That might be something.
Till Saturday.
Oh yeah.
She'll be back. It's 3 nights.
You been doing your exercises? You gonna?
No, I emptied the tank the last 2 nights.
Have you moved yet?
No. August 18th.
Oh,
or 19th,
shit.
whatever
Okay.
that weekend is. The weekend of the 18, 19, whatever that is.
Okay. Woosah, sir.
Woosah. 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 How we doing? I'm sorry. I just don't
fine.
like being and I'm weird about being on time too. I'm a Boy Scout. I like to, and I'm weird. Like I must be OCD. Like if you say, hey man, be there at 4:10, and I get there at 4:09, I stay in the car till the clock hits 4:10, then I get out. If I get there at 4:11, I'm pissed off at myself. It's weird.
No,
I
I've noticed
hate
when
being
we'll
late.
have a meeting and we'll be like, hey, well, let's just hang out at LG's until the meeting.
Yeah.
And let's say place is 20 minutes away. 35 minutes from the time we're supposed to be there, Mike will come get me. Hey, man, you ready? I'm like, what the hell? What you talking about? We're 20 minutes away.
It's a problem.
No, it's a great thing. It's a great thing. Successful people are on time. Successful people are on time. Trust me. That's a good problem to have.
I
Anyway,
just hate being late, and I don't like to make excuses either. I feel like I'm making an excuse
yeah,
today.
you got a one hitter in here somewhere. LG, get this man a one hitter.
I probably need one. I'm all tense. It's one thing to be late,
smoking reefer?
but it's another thing that like my life almost got taken 6 times on the way here this morning.
Damn.
And so here, I had road rage this morning. I ain't gonna lie.
You better cut that shit out,
So
Mike.
I drop her off finally, get her to the airport. I'm heading over here. And I'm on the, I don't want to give away where he lives,
Yeah,
but
don't
I'm
do
not
that.
far from here.
Right.
On an access road. And of course, because everywhere you go, everything's under construction, which also leads to the road rage and the shitty driving and the wrecks.
Yes.
Some asshole's probably on his phone, just flipping stations on the radios, and he's going, he doesn't realize that there's cones ahead of him.
And he ain't
we're
got
all
over.
stopped. So he's decided he's going to get over now, and he wants me to let him in. I don't have time to let
I'm
him
not
in.
letting you in.
And I keep creeping, he creeps. I creep. he
Especially
creeps,
if you've known for 2 miles.
he honks at me. He gets mad at me because he didn't pay attention to the cones. Fuck
Yeah.
you. I'm late to work. I'm trying to get to work myself. I saw the cones. I got my ass over.
Right.
Because I stare at the road, not my effing phone.
Right. Yeah, if you had a
he
mile.
honked at me. He honked at me because I didn't let him in. So he got 2 big old half-breed double motherfucking fingers today. Punk motherfucker. I cussed his ass out.
Be careful, Michael.
Piece of shit.
We need you here.
Peace. I hope you get ass cancer, you anyway.
Fuck you too!
That's my ass whip today. Taking my life, and Anita's not a good flyer, and she's flying alone.
Was she all hopped up on Xanax this morning?
No, she should be. And I'm like, baby, the odds of in this city the odds of us dying on the way to the airport
It's highly more
1
likely.
million% higher than you getting died on the
Yeah.
airplane. Even though you're flying United, I get that. Still, the odds are greater.
Don't matter if it's
That
Boeing.
we're gonna get died on this town. All right. It's 9:34. We get
Is
starts
it?
at 9:15.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
okay.
that's
I was
because we
like, what?
started late because I'm a dumbass. It is in the building. Let's get the show started in the Slacker studio. We got a big show coming Friday. I'll leave 3 hours early because I don't. I'm to the point now where I don't even get on the freeways if I don't have to. I would rather take 20 minutes to get somewhere than like 14 minutes to get somewhere because I can just stay on the back road. I guess I'm getting old.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Because you onto your phone and look at Siri. Oh, it's 22 minutes to get here on the freeway. It's 28 minutes to get there on the back road. I'll take the 28 verse 22. Ain't that big a deal. So I can chill on the background.
Interesting.
I always do that.
I always take the shorter.
Can't do that leaving the airport. I had to get on 281.
Oh, 281's an ass whip, especially the
Ass whip.
overpass.
So I'll leave 3 hours early to make sure I'm on time Friday because we got a big show. We're celebrating Rudy Jay's B-Day. It is July month, which means we celebrate Rudy's birthday for 31 days.
He's not letting this shit go. I'll be glad when Friday's over.
It's your birthday.
I'll be so glad when Friday's passed.
Rudy's going to be halfway to 48 by the time we
Yeah,
get his
no
birthday
shit.
celebration over. All right, so Rudy's birthday was last week, but we're going to... It's not his fault. That's when Slackers had us out.
Yeah.
So a belated happy birthday to Rudy J. Friday, we're going to do a 5 to 7 podcast. So we will not do a Friday morning show. We're doing a Friday afternoon show.
Sure.
Afternoon drive. That's the beauty of having a podcast. You can do it whenever you want. 5 to 7 live from Slackers on Nacogdoches Road.
Slagadoches,
5 to
tacos, and
7.
tequila.
See.
We got Jose Cuervo, we got Lalo, White Claw, and Jack Daniels as sponsors for this thing. Not on the flyer, but
Nice.
Frank called me yesterday. and told me,
Dang.
yeah, White Claw, Jack Daniels, Cuervo, and Lalo. Have you ever been Lalo'd up?
I like Lalo.
Yeah, Lalo's really smooth. Got some tacos, some tequila. DJ Don Wolf, DJ LG. We're going to have a good old-fashioned time.
Excellent. Well, good. That's Friday. Y'all come out. It's Friday, getting off work. Come have happy hour. Don't get road rage. Don't flip people off. Don't be like Uncle Mike.
Leave early so you can take the back roads. I'm going to have to start doing that.
I do that all the time. One of the reasons we're moving is so I can get off the freeways in this city. I'm not kidding you. We're moving so I can reduce my commute time.
Yeah. Are you closer here, though?
It's about the same.
Oh, okay.
That's a push. But
It'll be closer.
it'll be a little...
Oh, okay.
Actually, you know what? He's right.
Okay.
I will be a little closer.
Thank you, Michael. Be coming from Kerrville. Appreciate that.
Appreciate you, Mike. Appreciate Kerrville. Take your time. Take your time. So thank you to Slackers for having us out yet again for another one of these In the Building live shows, 5 to 7 in the flesh in front of the people. Friday. Come hang out with Rudy and buy him a shot. Or donate him money right now. If you can't make it, buy Rudy a shot right now with a donation via the Super Chat.
Come on, you. Cough up a bucket, cheap
Jump in
bastard.
here and hook us up. Rudy's got kids to feed.
Ah, shit. You ain't lying.
All right. There's Nina taking off, baby. Okay, love you. I've spent the last 20 minutes bitching. She going to Cancun, Mexico.
Damn. And you here with me and LG. LG and I.
So
And your twins.
I'll pull back the curtain on that. I was going to go to Cancun with her today.
I'm glad you hadn't booked.
Me too.
Because they would have just, here's a credit.
Right.
Fuck your credit.
Right.
Give me my money.
Her bosses are so cool. Cancun, it's actually a business trip. So
Okay.
Nina works for some really, really successful real estate agents.
Okay.
They own the real estate. They're not the agents. They own a company that sends
Sells
agents
it.
out.
Got
Yeah.
you.
And they have all their clients. They're all their big money, 7 figures and up folks that come in every year for a big deal. It's like a getaway, and they do business all day and chill at night. And guess who got tasked with organizing the whole thing? I was just going to go and chill. I was going to do shows from the beach. It'd be
Hell
cool.
yeah, I've been dope.
But then my ex-wife's like, "Hey, you want the kids?" Seriously?
No, I want to go to Cancun. What do you got?
Yeah. So I turned down Cancun because for them babies.
Give me some.
And
Give me some.
That's why I'm not Mexico.
This is what we decide to do when we don't pull out.
I'm a small business.
Yeah, you don't pull out.
Here in
you
a
got to
couple
deal with
years
it.
when we all got $500,000 in the checking account, I'll mail in work more. But right now I'm hustling. So
Yeah.
and I almost got killed 3 times and shot twice today on the way here. All right. What the hell was I talking about?
I don't know.
Golly,
Nothing.
what a week. What a scene. What a country. What a time. What's on our run sheet? Oh, all right. Are we allowed to play the national anthem from last night?
Sure.
It's a risk, is it not?
Hey,
Everything's life's a risk.
Eee. I mean, I feel like everyone
Life's a risk, carnal.
everyone's doing this. The whole country's talking about this gal. Have y'all heard of Ingrid Andress before last night?
No. Not before last night.
My kids have. The twins had heard of her, and they told me she's terrible, Daddy. Why do you ask? I go, have you guys heard of Ingrid Andress? I'm not kidding you. The little white twins like, yeah, and she's terrible. We're not even sure why she's able to like sing on the radio. Country singer.
This is your
I'm
child.
like, yeah. And, he chip off the old block.
Yeah.
And I get talk show. What does he said? My little white twin's like, no, she's terrible. We're not even sure why she's on the radio. We figure her dad must like run the record company. Like, Ali,
you sound
you've
like
been
your
hanging out with
pops.
me too
Yeah.
much. But then you go and listen to what she did last night, and the kid's got a point. Do we have this?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
It's fitting that in a week in which we had someone try to assassinate the future president of this country, we get the worst national anthem I've ever heard. Charlie says she chopped and screwed the anthem.
Don't put that on DJ Screw.
I think
Chopped and Screw would have been better.
When I watched
Charlie.
this last night, I thought maybe she was having an episode. Like the pills she took the wrong combination of pills. She seems high.
Oh.
Well, have you seen the video?
Yeah, but I didn't. My high radar.
With all due respect to this wonderful country we live in, here on the eve of the Olympic Games.
And the
Last
RNC.
To celebrate republicanism last night, we had Teoscar. Is it Teoscar or Teoscar? I think it's Teoscar.
Yeah.
Teoscar Hernandez won the home run derby last night in Arlington. But something called Ingrid Andress stole the night. This is Ingrid Andress desecrating this country with what I think may be the worst national anthem of all time. Roll that tape.
Broad stripes and bright stars
It's okay right now.
through the perilous fight, or the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there.
Hey.
Oh, say does that star
Looks a little tipsy. Help her out. The crowd started helping her. Poor thing. Poor thing.
Those state troopers are like, what the hell?
Or the land of the free.
She's doing a bit. She's doing a bit.
It sounds like
She's doing a bit. There's no way.
Home of the brave.
my
She
God.
did that. She was that. There's no way she was serious. You think she was serious?
Yeah, she was. See, Roseanne Barr did one. Do y'all
That
remember
was a
that?
bit.
She was
That
doing
was
a
a
bit.
bit.
And she got crucified.
Yeah, that was a bit.
She did a bit because then she grabbed her crotch and
Yeah,
spit.
yeah.
She's doing a bit. Fergie tried to do like a jazz rendition.
Draymond laughed at Fergie. The NBA players were laughing.
It was
at Fergie.
brutal. It was
Yeah.
brutal. And that began the end of her solo career.
But Carl Lewis was still worse.
Poor Carl. He just couldn't. He had, I don't know, something was wrong with his voice.
Carl stopped. That's the number one rule
In
in
the middle of a show.
performing. You don't
Uh-oh.
stop the performance.
Yeah, you don't stop.
You keep.
Well,
You
he knew he
fight
didn't have
through
the key
it.
that night.
You don't
That's
stop.
what was bad about Carl. He
Yeah.
could have kept going.
You're right. Well, at least.
Now, and then he promised to make up for it.
Yeah, well, see.
I'll make up for it now.
Yeah, Carl. I think poor Carl Lewis, Houston's own Carl Lewis. I think he just. That was a bad night.
No, he had no business being up there.
Right, but the pipes weren't working. This girl last night, that looked like somebody who taken one too many Vicodin or Oxy.
She looked a little off.
She's on fentanyl. Yeah.
I hope not fit.
If we had Celebrity Death Watch still, I would call dibs on that girl right there. That's a girl with problems.
Why did Celebrity Death Watch get died? It just ran its course.
It ran its course.
Benson killed it.
Benson won 3 in a row because he was like Mike. Remember Mike Benson?
Of course,
He won
that's
3
my
in a
guy.
row.
I used to go talk at his school.
He won 3 in a row.
I got you in trouble.
You got me in trouble?
I was doing Celebrity Death Watch with you, and I did some pastor, and y'all got to see.
Some pastor. You mean Billy Graham?
Oh, that dude.
Yeah.
And y'all got to cease and desist.
We
didn't
did,
you?
yeah. Billy
You owe
Graham's
me.
office. Billy Graham's office actually emailed me and demanded that I take Billy Graham.
That goddamn Rudy J. He's something
And
else.
I replied, "Go to hell."
No, you didn't.
Yes,
Mike.
I did. It's a radio bit, and there's no constitutional right. There's no cease and desist. There's nothing, and it's a different state. They were like in Atlanta, I think.
Why did I
told him
do
no.
that?
I told him fuck off.
See, I had no business playing that game. I was always
You were uncomfortable.
super uncomfortable.
Puma ruined Death Watch too because he wouldn't participate. Benson was super participant, and we couldn't keep up with him. He was like the 2010 Warriors.
He was.
Puma hated the bit and didn't want to do it and wouldn't. So it ran its course. It fizzled.
okay.
It just ran its course.
Yeah, but you bent the knee eventually to Billy Graham. We pulled him off the roster.
Eventually, because they emailed Peter,
Oh,
I think, or Matt, maybe Matt Martin. Matt's like, you know what? It's stupid. Just take it off. It's dumb. I don't want. And at that point, like now, my boss is getting beaten down. I can't have that.
right.
I don't want to be. I'm not the employee. I don't want to be on my boss's head ever. That's the boss's boss. I don't want that. I don't want him ever thinking about me. The only reason we took a knee is because, you know what? As soon as you said that, I
Matt
meant
Martin.
Big Matt. I told him no at first, and Matt's like, you know what? It's stupid. And it wasn't very long after Matt had, Matt went to bat for me a couple of times.
Yeah, he did.
With people in the city that didn't like my style. So I made it. So I that was for Matt, not for
Gotcha.
Billy Graham folks. It just ran its course. Had we been doing Death Watch now, though, I would sign that girl there. That is
And that would have been a lot of
terrible.
points because she's young.
I would play some of her tunes, but we don't have the
No, we
copyright.
can't do that.
I think we should bring back Death Watch, but it needs to be changed. We need to have
Correct.
smaller rosters.
I
for
don't
sure.
because it's hard. See, and that's the other thing. That's my fault too. I'm not trying to blame anybody. It was a collective. One of the things is I tried to involve more people, and then we expanded the rosters to 10.
Yeah, that's too many.
Like if the
Way
three
too
of us did it again, we just have 5.
If that.
Well, it'd be easier to keep track of too because we're all in house.
Correct. We're all right here every day. Yeah, there's only 3 of us. We
Yeah,
had like
Benson was
6
taking
people.
it. Benson was treating it like fantasy. Waiver wire, dropping, picking up, trading.
all day long.
All day.
Folks
He was
we're
killing
at
it.
work and he's dropping and picking up left and right. It was just easy. I agree with Albert. Fergie's was way better than that last night. That was the
What
worst.
about you and I on The Voice?
I don't remember that one. You and I on The Voice?
We just did it at Slackers.
Oh, you and me last week on The Voice. Well, at least I didn't attempt to sing the national anthem in front of a national televised audience with 70,000 people looking at me live. Almost like she should be like, she needs help. Because if she wasn't on drugs, then she ought to have her ass kicked. Because that's the country's anthem, and you can't do any better than that. You don't take it serious enough, then you should have your ass kicked. So either she needs rehab or she needs an ass whipping. Maybe both. So that's my punch of the day. My punch today is noted country singer, apparently, Ingrid Andress, presented by the law office of Orlando Kill. That's who I'm punching her for all the obvious reasons.
Sure.
You got a punch today?
No.
Good mood? It's birthday month.
No, I don't have a punch today.
I think we'd all agree that she's probably the punch. She's
yeah,
the
that's
punch.
that's low hanging fruit, but I'll
Yeah.
punch her in the jejunum.
And I don't want to punch the 6 people I had beef with in the 40 minutes it took me to get from the airport to this house today.
40!
I got a punch.
Oh, well.
Hell yeah.
well,
Let's
well.
do it.
Okay, for more breaking news,
What big,
more, let's go to the
what
situation
big company is some major company?
What CEO
Who is
has
yeah.
it coming today?
I want to punch the CEO of the app formerly known as Twitter.
Oh, yes. Let's do this.
I want
This
to
is a
punch
great punch.
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk. Is
What
he
happened?
number 1? Is he 2 right now in the world?
I don't know.
I think he's number 2. I think he got surpassed by some Saudi or something like that.
Yeah. Fuck you, Elon. I take over. You were saying, why are we punching Elon?
Because he has disabled our ability to live stream to Twitter
Without paying for it.
without paying $8 a month per account. Mm-hmm. So I was streaming to your account, Mike Taylor Show,
Yep.
and Rudy J _star,
Yep.
and Love You Hard TV.
So that'd be
So
24.
that would have been $24 a month for the right to live stream on Twitter.
Okay. The sales department has a reply. If anyone wants to step up and be the official streaming provider of us, so we can get back on Twitter Live and everything.
Cost you $100 a month. It ain't gonna be 25. You can't get in here for 25. We've been doing this too long.
I was going to ask for more than that.
Okay, I was like,
hang on now. We shouldn't talk money live on the show.
And we don't talk numbers.
Yeah, we don't talk numbers.
It's gonna cost you more than 25. Is all I'm saying.
Correct. Yeah. If anyone would like to be the sponsor of our stream,
Twitter.
yeah, the Twitter
Well,
stream,
X stream
X stream.
only.
Yeah, and you'll get daily mentions
Extreme.
every day. I'm serious.
In the building, extreme.
I've gotten good at this selling shit. X sponsor.
Or y'all could pony up and just verify your account for $8 a month
good on
and get
that
the
shit.
damn blue check mark. God damn it.
I hate.
Let me see if I can't sell the thing. So give me a minute.
LG's like, Rudy, you cheap ass motherfucker. Do $8.
That's a great
write-off.
bit.
It is.
I mean, we have the Hal and Shannon El Gato drop machine here. This is it, right?
That's
here.
different. That's not it, but
Let's just say they
Yeah.
bought it.
sort of.
Yeah,
Kinda.
That's not physically the machine.
understood. But
Yeah,
it's
we'll
one
punch
of
them for that though.
Wow, y'all want to see some magic? Look at this. Watch this. Watch
That's
this.
the iPad running the app.
Check this out.
White people.
Oh, wait.
Pretty cool. It's like a McDonald's menu, except you don't get shitty burgers, you get drops.
Hold up.
I like it.
So hit us up if you're interested in putting your name on our stream. You'll get a daily mention.
Sure.
You'll get a live. That's genius. That's genius. All
Yeah.
right. Yeah, it's bull. So Elon decided probably too many shows like ours are getting too much run, and he ain't making any money on the deal.
But if he was really smart, he would run ads just like
Cool.
YouTube
Just
does
like YouTube does.
during the most popular shows.
Yeah.
And allow them to live stream for free and collect all that beautiful
Correct.
ad revenue.
That's right. There's so much money to be made that YouTube's making off guys like you and me and LG that he's missing out on
Well,
because he's a dick.
Well, he's was charged because he's donating quite a bit of money monthly to
Oh,
a
yeah,
certain to a certain party.
That did just come out. yeah.
A lot of money, like 45 million. LG,
Yeah,
45 million a month.
Oh, he's Trump all the way.
Yeah, 45 million
absolutely.
a month.
No question. Absolutely.
He's gonna help him launch more rockets and robots
Yeah.
and shit. So
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Brain implants.
yeah,
All right. Orlando Kell, you're my man. Thank you, Orlando. By the way,
gracias mi amigo.
can I get something out here? Oh, no, let me get the live spot out, and then I'm going to say something else.
Sure.
So it's Orlando Kell. God forbid you ever have to call Orlando Kell. But if indeed you do, that means that you're in a big old boat with a lot of other folks, because 50% of all American divorces or in American marriages end in divorce. It's just all there is to it. I've done my tour of duty. I'm good. Orlando Kell's your man. He does not have to be as hard and gut-wrenching and financially terrible.
LG's so childish.
Oh, well. But when you get rid of that lady and you get back on the street and you're a single man again, it's probably as hard as it's been in years. But the divorce doesn't have to be so hard and rigid and penetrating.
Magnum Dom.
That's a bad kind of penetration. When
Absolutely.
that woman's ruining your life with kids, Orlando Kell's our guy. 210-775-4995. 775-4995, or you can email him directly. OrlandoKellLaw@gmail.com. People go to him. He's big now in this town. You're partially welcome.
For sure.
I was talking to him a couple weeks ago, and he didn't reply to my phone. I texted him. No big deal. I was just chatting. Hey, man, everything cool? I'm checking in on my people, you know? And he didn't reply for like 3 days. He's like, I got 6 new clients in the last 2 days. Sorry, man, I've just been busy. Oh, that's good. That's good.
Any of them domers?
Perhaps.
I don't want that.
Perhaps
that
one.
sucks.
Perhaps
That's like
one.
bittersweet.
Perhaps one. No, when they come back to us when it's all over and you found the right honey a year
True,
later
good
and
point,
you're good
good
to go.
point, good point, good point.
It's short-term pain, long-term gain. Orlando Kell is the main. All right, what else today? I feel like we just neglected content. Skip Bayless is in the news today. Who has this? New York Post?
Everybody. It's everywhere.
So when is he leaving?
It's supposed to be this summer. It's supposed to be
Phil,
done.
I didn't see this. You texted me.
Yeah,
What
he's supposed to be out with FS1 or whatever it's on.
to go somewhere else or retire.
I just don't think they want him anymore. The numbers since Shannon left are in the tank.
He's old.
Yeah, Keyshawn and Michael Irvin and Richie Sherman, it didn't work. Shannon's a star in his own right. You know, look, this is what I'll say. You know, people laughing. I see it like this. Skip made 70 to 80 million off of LeBron and the Cowboys. It was a hell of a jig and a hell of a run, and the jig is up. But if I could turn LeBron and the Cowboys talking shit about them, propping up the Cowboys and talking shit about LeBron and turn it into 60, 70 million dollars.
Sure.
I don't know if it's all people are like, oh yeah, that's what he get. What are you talking about? It's the greatest heist in American sports history. Literally every day for over a decade, he discussed LeBron and the Cowboys, and he turned it into 60 million. To me, it's like, all right, great run. It's just come to an end. You know what I mean? It's
Well,
like
he's
it's
73.
Like, yeah, he's 73.
Probably just tired. Wants to chill.
Yeah, he probably do his own pod.
You know, he's never been married, has no kids. All that money ain't going to nobody but him. He is so rich.
I can't believe it. It's the greatest heist in American sports history.
He hangs around
It's
with young chicks.
insane what he did.
And the faces change. He's got a new girl every 3 or 4 months. Living in L.A. in a mansion.
Hell of a run.
I know
dude.
more about his personal life than his show because I'd never watch it ever.
I never
he was
watched
on
it
with
either.
Keyshawn.
I
Well,
know
there you go
once.
right
I know
there.
once he did that to Troy, you were done with him.
Yeah, I haven't cared for Skip Bayless ever. So every
Yeah.
time y'all bitch to me about him, I'm like, well, you're the
What
one
did he
watching
do?
him.
Right.
You're the one watching him. His viewers. He's one of the
He's one of the people that 90% of his viewers are there to hate him.
correct. Well, and that you know what? And as long as you have the proper balance of hate and love, you can last as long as Skip did. Skip is one of the great examples of my indifference is the enemy eating. You know, it don't like Jerry says, as long as they're talking about me, it don't matter what they say.
Right.
It's when they quit talking about me, I'm going to go back to Arkansas. Skip Bayless moved the needle because
sure.
half this country loved him, half of it hated him. Like Rush Limbaugh, Howard Stern, all these mega successful talk show hosts. Skip, no, don't watch him.
Great fucking
Don't care
heist.
for him.
Great. I didn't watch
Think
it
he's a
either.
scumbag?
I was watching him when he was on ESPN
Gangster.
with Steven, but I never
Yeah.
watched him and Shannon ever.
I caught bits and pieces when he was
I would
on
catch
with,
this. I would catch the social viral clips.
right.
That was it.
And I hear the same things about Screaming A. Smith all the time.
Yeah.
I can't stand that son of a bitch. Well, you're the one. You're the one that can't stop turning him off. I've told that to people that didn't like our show in the past. You know, you got 35 radio stations in this city alone. You got 1,000 radio stations in
On
that
your
phone.
phone.
You ain't got to turn me on. Matter of
But you
fact,
do.
don't listen to me again. But I bet you do.
Yeah.
Damn it, they got me again. Yeah, so champion of Skip. I guess he's retiring. What are they going to do?
I don't know if he's gonna retire. He probably do his own network.
Probably. Yeah, who knows? He's one of those, he's going to work to the day he drops.
Yeah.
It's his life. Talking ball is his life. Like, again, no wife, no kids. He's obsessed with that show. That's his. Here lies Skip Bayless, talk show host. That's what he wants. He wants that.
Here lies Skip Bayless. No,
When he dies,
No, I know
when
what you
he
mean.
dies, even like his personal friends that will go to his funeral won't be able to talk about. Oh, Skip sure liked dominoes, or
No.
Skip that day. Skip one time he did this. No. Skip was a talk show host and made a lot of money,
A lot.
and that's it. That's who he is.
A lot.
Yep.
What can we do?
Punch
Who can
that
we hate on? Who's the next athlete we can hate on and turn into 60 million?
Just called half this city dumb about 20 minutes ago. So I'm doing my best. I'm doing my part.
I think I did my part
I
yesterday.
think you did.
I
Yeah.
got a lot of people mad at me.
I had someone talking to my buddy last night. Oh, that show was dark today. Well, that's what happens when presidents get shot in the head or in the ear.
Yeah, I had some people
I
mad
mean,
at me.
Really? That's okay.
That's all right.
That's fine.
We lost a couple of subscribers here or there.
For sure.
And we'll gain 10 more in the next 2 weeks. They'll come back.
They didn't get mad at you, though. They only got mad at me. It's weird.
No,
That's funny.
No, and I don't see. That's the thing, and and the Skip would tell you the same thing, and Howard Stern and Rush Limbaugh and all the rest. You cannot let a few people that get pissed and desubscribe mess up your head. What that was yesterday, and I'm not bullshitting you. I'm not kissing your butt, and I'm not even saying I agree with everything you said.
No, I'm sure you don't.
I watched a man yesterday who's frustrated.
Sure.
And tired, like many of us are.
You are too, yeah.
Absolutely.
Just about different parts of it, right?
What American that gives a shit isn't frustrated and tired right now with things? If you ain't frustrated and tired with things, then you part of the problem. And that is part of the indifference is a massive problem. And I said I don't care for either one of these political parties. But I saw a man yesterday, passionate and fed up and tired of shit. None of us have the answers. We just the problems get thrown in our face every day. And
Right.
I appreciated your honesty yesterday and sincerity. There wasn't a word of bullshit that came out of Rudy's mouth yesterday. And that's why I laid back and chilled a little bit yesterday, because I thought that, I do that too, like this morning with driving. It's therapeutic.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And there are some people in this country that probably don't even know what happened.
Sure.
And they're part of the problem. Look, I'm not saying we should all be politically active, but how do you live somewhere and not give a shit what goes on around you? Because it eventually impacts your family and your house. It can anyway. That's Taylor, like Mike, Republicans buy shoes too.
He didn't. I know.
That's why they're tiptoeing
Mike will
around
rip
the
you
side.
when you deserve to be ripped. It could be his dad. It could be grandma. It could be the Cowboys. You'll rip who needs to be ripped.
No,
And you're not gonna rip him just for the sake of ripping him.
And I'm not. My take on the Trump. It's like Joe Biden's pulled all of his ads all week long out of respect. The guy got shot. He was 1 inch from getting his head blown off on national TV in front of all of us. No matter what you think, my thing yesterday was the angle I took yesterday was I'm just embarrassed. It's embarrassing. I'm angry as an American. This is what we're doing now.
And y'all can fact check me, LG. But
that's no fun.
I looked. I looked on a few different sites.
Yeah.
And reports are the lady whose husband got killed, Biden called her. Mm-hmm. And she said, my husband would not want me to talk to you.
Wow.
It's a fact.
Okay.
That's bullshit. She
Well,
should take the call.
She said, my husband was a devout Republican, hated everything about Biden, and would not want me to talk to him. So I refused his call.
Wow. Well, I think she's wrong for that. But she also just had her husband shot to death.
Yeah, you got to give her a few
gonna-
days. You got to give her a few days. You know what I mean? Like there's people.
Right.
Some people get depressed. Some
Right.
people lash out.
That's correct.
Everybody grieves differently, so you got to give her a grieving period.
Yep. I'm going to vote November and probably not for president.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave that blank. I would vote for a jar of Jell-O before I would vote for Donald Trump. But yesterday was not about that for me. It was just about, it's embarrassing. Again, Biden's pulled all of his negative ads this week. Trump's even going to change his speech strategy
Didn't
for
know
Thursday.
that.
God forbid, maybe.
So someone got to get shot.
Trump's, I think it's taken getting shot at maybe to for Trump to be like, okay, maybe I should just try to keep it non-crazy.
Right.
So I'm actually looking forward to Trump's speech Thursday night at the Republican convention. Maybe for at least 10 minutes he can just be a dude and not be up there with the brimstone and the diabolical words and the threats and they're evil and all that kind of shit.
And as far as that lady,
I ain't voting for him. But
I know,
I have respect for our leaders. I mean, again, I'm a capitalist and I'm a Democrat. I believe the majority rules, and we have a system set up. If you wind up being the president, I'm respecting you.
Yeah.
But I would take Joe Biden's call, even though I don't want to vote for him, and I would take Trump's
Unless
call.
you feel like his rhetoric had something to do with that young man. Because a lot of people feel that way.
A lot of people feel that way, and I'm not dismissing that.
And if she feels that way, she feels like your rhetoric helped this happen, then yeah, I understand her 48 hours.
She said she doesn't blame Biden. She just blames the 20-year-old kid that pulled the trigger.
But she didn't
Yeah.
want to talk to him.
yeah, out of
Okay,
respect for her husband.
Got
But
you.
I said, and I said
okay.
this yesterday. If it had been reversed and someone
It'd
shot
be
at
the same
Biden,
thing.
the left would be accusing the
for
right.
sure.
All y'all do is
Yes.
act like he's the devil. They do the same effing thing. Let's
Sure.
not let the Democrats off the hook here.
Sure.
I enjoyed that yesterday. I was as sincere, I think, as you've ever been, and I could see your frustration. And I appreciated that. I appreciated that very much. Anyway,
What big?
all right, for breaking news,
Okay.
let's go to me. Here's random customer walking into a Texas Cheer Liquor, happy as peaches on In the
No
Building.
one told me.
Walked into Texas Cheer Liquor on Boulevard and Evans, and I'm going to get the In the Building discount by mentioning In the Building. Got my booze. Hello. I'm going to mention In the Building. What happens when I mention that?
You get a discount.
Yeah, 5%. So here we go. Get my money out. I need my second hand. But anyway, come to Texas Cheer, any of the locations, and get 5% off when you mention In the Building.
She's all like,
you don't
"Oh
have
my
to be a
God."
member of In the Building. Just say In the Building. They know what you mean. They'll give you 5%. Love you hard.
That poor girl's
was
like, just
awesome.
get out of here.
Give me some. Give me some. Yeah, she's trying to get through her
While
shift.
I was driving by, I thought,
Got your little, what was that? Some rosé?
little rosy rose.
Little rosy rose.
Yeah.
Little goodbye drink. You and lady kind of celebrate before she
Yes,
left.
sir.
Got
Yes,
you.
sir. That's right. And you too can get 5% off all orders. They don't care who you vote for. They don't give two damn shits about that. Come on in there and get whatever you're going to get. It's all 5% off. Not lottery tickets, not cigars. Those are regulated by other people, but the booze belongs to them, and they can do what they want to with it. All drink orders at Texas Cheer Liquor, whether it's tequila, whiskey, wine, rosé, soju, sake.
Them
Lalo.
military people that have been stationed in Korea always come in the Texas Cheer looking for the soju.
It's good. It's
I haven't
cheap.
had it. I've heard over ice it's really good.
Is it? Okay, I don't want to speak out of turn.
Why are you gonna go ahead and ask the Asian guy like he's Korean?
Well,
go
let me
ahead.
look
ask
over
him.
at LG and
He
ask
doesn't
him.
know.
No, he's a man who reads these kinds of things. I believe that soju is the most purchased alcoholic drink in the world. I think that's true. More than Bud,
Interesting.
more than Coors. I think soju is the most popular alcoholic beverage on earth.
Did not know that.
Because the LG's people make it later. That's 2 billion folks, and they drink soju. See, you're trying to put that on me. There's a lot of. Are there not a lot of Asian people in the world? How many people live in
But why you
China
gotta
alone?
ask the Asian guy?
China.
Soju's Korean, though. So
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? I said Asian.
It's a small part of Asia.
I included it all. I think soju's number one though, like in Japan and China though.
No,
China.
I would say sake is probably more popular in Japan than soju.
I need to know
is.
that. I need to know.
I need to know that.
I demand to know. I think I read that somewhere. They may even put that on their bottles. I need to follow up on that.
All right, let's do it.
I reserve the
ask
right to
AD.
do some research.
Yeah.
It's good though. I've gotten drunk on it many,
That's
many
good.
times.
Really?
And it's
Yeah.
easy to drink too.
Soju
you don't
with
need a lot.
Kool-Aid. It's already sweet. What are y'all talking about?
Just on ice.
And you don't need a lot of it. Because as I get older, watching I
Your
don't want to drink.
tolerance is low.
And then my tolerance is low. I don't want to drink 6 beers. I'd rather drink 2
Hell
glasses
no.
of
Those
sake.
days are way past.
2
me.
glasses of sake, and I'm solid for the night. So whatever it is you're buying, Texas Cheer has it for 5% off all purchases.
Mention in the building.
Mention in the building. Since we've been so,
I wore this shirt.
What's up, runners? I'm gonna do it. Yeah. I'm gonna let's get into that. We're
You
right
want to do it or you want to do it in the members? What
No,
you
let's
wanna
do it now. We do
Let's
have
it now.
members today.
Okay.
So since everybody's all upset and angry and we're all so political, I just want the election to be over with already, don't you? Just get on with it.
I just want to get to the Olympics.
Everything's goofy right now. And we're punching folks and I'm ripping people. Shout out to I don't know if he's a good dude or not. I like his dad.
Yeah.
Sounds like he's a pretty good guy. So
Right.
did y'all know that Jeff Traylor has a son who works in television news?
I didn't know until this happened.
Okay, yeah, I remember. So he's got So I think NBC is who his son works for, and I want to say a couple of years ago he actually was I think it's one of his daughters. He's got 2 kids that went into media.
Okay.
He's got his son who works at NBC. I think he has Jeff. I need to ask him. I think his daughter actually is a producer on the Today Show on NBC.
Holy
That's
shoot.
big time.
Yeah, for sure.
Shout out to Jake Traylor, the son of UTSA football coach Jeff and friend of In the Building. Need to get Jeff on soon. The season coming around the
For
corner.
sure.
How y'all doing? Tell
That's
Rudy I
your-
said hello.
That's your guy.
So this is a KSAT television.
Knowing Jeff, he wouldn't want to talk about it.
Right. And Jeff said the same thing about Jake. He didn't even tell me. I knew he was there. So I'll read the story, but
Okay.
Jeff freaked out and texted, all right?
You good?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm fine. But didn't tell him, oh, yeah, and I also covered up 2 female reporters, and they're all like, these reporters are like going on Twitter like, oh, my God, thank God Jake was there. He made me feel. So let me read this. This is on KSAT television. Jake Traylor is being thanked for his bravery after shielding some of his colleagues when gunfire broke out at Donald Trump's campaign rally Saturday in Pennsylvania. Jake, the son of UTSA head football coach Jeff Traylor, was covering the rally as an NBC News campaign reporter when a 20-year-old man attempted to assassinate former President Trump from a nearby rooftop. As the gunfire rang out and attendees crouched to the ground to avoid being hit, Jake used his body to shield his colleague, senior congressional correspondent Rachel Scott for ABC News. Rachel's good. I've seen her a lot
Yeah,
of
I
her
don't
work.
know.
Hours after, and she was scared, and he just held her on the ground. She was freaking out. Hours after the shooting on Saturday, Scott took to X, formerly Twitter, to thank Jake and share a video of the incident. She wrote, "Extremely grateful for my security, Jeff, who yanked me yanked me off the press riser. Jake covered me on the ground and kept us calm. My heart goes out to everyone who was here tonight." And there's video on Twitter.
Yeah, I saw the
And
video.
she's panic mode, and Jake's just trying to keep her calm, and he literally put himself around her so she'd feel better about it. And she's like, dude. During an interview with NBC News, Jake said it was harrowing when the gunfire started. Jake and his colleagues were expecting a vice president announcement when Trump dropped to the ground. Says, we were all just covering each other, and although that lasted a handful of seconds, that felt like a very long time. People exited the event as it was declared a crime scene. Jake said there was plenty of uncertainty. Anyway, so they asked Coach Traylor about it, our boy Jeff. And Jeff said, I didn't get to speak to him until late that night because he was covering the event. He was pretty shook up. I did not find out about him taking cover on the ground and protecting his colleagues until I saw it on social media. It doesn't surprise me that Jake didn't tell me. The kid's just wired different. Obviously, I'm very proud of what he did. Didn't even tell his dad. You know what I mean? That's, oh, by the way, I totally protected some women.
Yeah.
Some people would brag about
Yeah, it ain't even in their DNA.
Yeah.
Clearly.
That's badass.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jeff Traylor. I mean, he's doing something right. One of his sons is an assistant with the Saints.
Damn.
He's got his son, Jake, who's working at NBC on covering the campaign, and a daughter as a producer on the Today Show.
Some good loins.
Beast Texans. All right, so there's that. Shout out to Jake. So we're going to do a members only today, right?
Absolutely.
Shout out to Talking Frogs, who just bought us 3 coffees. Says, go buy a drink.
I didn't know how to say the
should buy
name.
Talking Frogs?
Yeah, I just saw TK and G. I just assumed it was an
FROGS?
It was TLKNFRGS. He took out all the vowels.
Oh, okay.
Basically.
I wonder if that's one of my TCU brethren.
It sounds like a TCU fan.
You see the Twitter? I posted a picture of my kid. We snuck onto the TCU practice field this week.
Way to go, Mike.
We made it. We got out. Hey, just
Act as if.
act as if.
Act as if.
Yeah, because they went with me to Fort Worth, so we toured the TCU campus. Brainwashed him. I had the little Mexican shit. I had her do hook 'em horns. But we snuck onto the I wanted to show them the and we snuck into the stadium too, by the way. I just walked in there.
What the fuck is this?
I just walked in there.
Hey, kids, y'all want to go break the law?
Well, I didn't hurt nothing. I'm a fan of the program. I'm a supporter of the program. We're done. Birds up, hook 'em, and go Frogs. Someone bought 3 coffees. Politics.
Insert exorcist
drop. I just want to pay less for groceries.
Hell yeah.
We don't know.
You know,
That's unfortunate. All right, we're back in 15 minutes with members only on this MFR.
God bless and birds up.
I promise less cussing unless I get pissed in 15 minutes. Love y'all.
This program was made possible by contributions from viewers and listeners like you. Thank you.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.